Welcome. My name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. And I was born July 4th, 1986. I want to say thank you for tuning in to try to figure out some more about your dog. Something I want to talk about today and also show at the same time here in a little bit because I got my first comment. I've been doing this YouTube stuff. I think my first video I ever posted was about 6 years ago now, and I've been consistent with doing stuff about the past 3 years, and I've never got a comment that, like, I would say got me thinking. This is the first comment that really got to me, and it really, I'm going to say, stroked my ego. And I realized I still have some things to work on with myself because this comment shouldn't have done that for me. But the one thing I want to talk about in this is basically this comment is a way that like dog training represents. It's just what we as humans are doing with each other as far as the positive and the negative. And it comes down to something that I don't like what I thought of when I heard this and I read this, because I thought of like, wow, you're talking about an incredible human being, someone that really cares about the animals, someone that really is looking for the absolute best in them, someone that is going to get that animal to be able to serve a purpose because that person has something that it needs, it's lacking in, and it needs some assistance. And this is the thing that I think a lot of people should listen to, and a lot of people should listen to in a way of this is why I'm going to say I could add some credibility, I'm going to say, to myself of why it is you should even listen to anything I have to say. Because I've been doing a lot of troubles and tribulations along this path of trying to be able to understand dogs better. And it comes down to this one comment that is absolutely amazing. It says, each and every one of your dogs has been fulfilled with the desires they were bred for. Border Collie, moving animals, German Shepherd, lots of things. But I'm going to go with search and rescue, hence sniffing satisfies him. This is something that with my German Shepherd, I had to figure out. I started with obedience stuff. I started with more tracking of things. I did all kinds of tests to figure out what the heck does this dog like? Because when I first got him, nothing was satisfying him. I was playing fetch. We were playing tug. I did everything that I could think of and everything that anybody recommend for me to be able to, like, how to exercise and how to interact with my dog. And then I found that one thing that worked. Just allow him to sniff on these walks, because it's something that I restrict him from. Every time that I was out with him, I restrict this dog from sniffing anything. He had to walk right next to me. I didn't so much to have him stare at me, but he was next to me. He couldn't slip up like a half a centimeter. He had to be on point. And then I just relaxed that and I said, just smell something. And then I started seeing an incredible dog. Dalmatian, walking for long distances. Firefighters' favorite dog because they were very capable with horses, so they can run in front and clear the traffic. So running satisfies her. And again, I started on my running career again. I used to run as a child, and then I stopped for, like, man, a long time, 15, 17 years or so. And then now I'm starting again. And then I realized the limitations with my German Shepherd, because he could only walk and sniff. He can't run and sniff. He can't run. He's not capable of that. He could do his distance. He could do 3 miles, but he's capped out. And I was like, I got a need. I want to be able to run more now and run longer distances now. I'm getting into marathons and ultra marathons, and I want to be able to go for an average 2, 3, 4 days a week, 15, 20, 25-mile runs. So I was like, Dalmatian, that'll work. I had my selecting to choose from. The Weinermeyer, whatever that thing's called, German short-haired pointer, and Malinois even. I was looking at all these dogs to figure out which one was going to best suit me. And then I just got with the Dalmatian because I'm just fascinated with it, because it's black and white like me. It's got some black in it, it's got some white in it. It's just like speaking to me. So I was like, I want this dog. And we move on. The Great Pyrenees. You were very skeptical of him in your old videos. You didn't think he could do his job. But years later, you now know he does his job. And this is one thing I want to say is, at first, I was irritated could be with this dog. Not knowing, not thinking, not believing in him even. But I still kept working at it. I still kept going. I still kept pursuing it. I still kept figuring out what it was. Because when I first got him, he was young. He was like, about 12, 14 weeks old. And then he ended up, I got rid of the goats. So he had like no job to do anymore. So he was just free floating. He didn't hang out with the cows. The cows just do what they do. But he was a free floater. He was just hanging out in the world. And then I had to give him a new purpose, a desire that he wanted to do. Was I gave him a flock of chickens. And at first it was a real small flock. It was like 6, 7 of them I had. And then I was like, it's not working for him. So I grew and I expanded that. Like now he's got 120 free range. Now he's got like 600, 700 baby chicks. And I'm at some point by the end of this year, I'll more likely have about 5,000 to 6,000 chicks out here just running around doing what they're doing. And he now has an exceptional thing to be able to focus on. He's like, I got this, and now he's chill. Now I'm seeing, and now I don't lose baby chicks. I don't lose chicken. I don't lose any of my animals. I used to. Hawks, squirrels, skunks, not squirrels. Everything was taking my stuff. But I haven't lost a single one ever since that dog started to understand, and mainly when I started to give him more to do. Now he's satisfied. Now he's overworked, because in reality, I want to get 2 more of them, because I realized the limitations in these dogs. And that's the main thing that I want a lot of people to just kind of figure out. because what it is that I do with these dogs, because I find the limitations and I realize that through giving them what it is that they're supposed to be doing. My Johnny man, he's a mixed breed, but you went through your ups and downs with him to understand his needs. And that's the Johnny is the one that is, at the end of the day, I like all my dogs. And you didn't hear this, Oreo, but he's my prized possession of seeing what chaos is. He's not a working breed. He's a hangout pet. He's very just wild and crazy. He's a dog. He's just a dog from the shelter that don't even know what he is. He's just your regular mixed mutt dog. And he's not like my others. In reality, all my others are purpose bred. They are specific. There's no such thing as full bred, but as far as what we say as humans is what a purebred dog is. All of my dogs are, except for him. He's the one that is just, he's a dog. And I had to figure out, what is this dog looking for? I was taking him for walks. I was playing fetch. I was playing tug. I was doing runs. I was letting him move the animals. I was doing all kinds of stuff to figure out, what is this dog going to be satisfied with? And then I figured it out, just over and over and over and over and realizing it. Because for him, in reality, I was stumbling so much because I was working him like my working dogs, out doing too much, just going, not giving him the actual rest that he just wants to hang out. And he wanted that exercise out, just to run, just to do something so that he could just be able to chill. Once he got that one big burst of, it was a deer, he took off. I almost ran, I don't know why, but he didn't go across the street. The street is far from here, and he took off. After that one run, he just was like a much different dog. And I was just studying him after that, like, I see what you were looking for. And I just gave it to him, and I gave it to him, and I gave it to him. And that was, for him, in reality, the first concept was the playing the fetch. I brought him out here, and I threw that ball as far as I possibly could. And now when I do that, he'll do it 3 or 4 times, and he's like, no more. But day one, we were doing that for a long time. I was just doing all kinds of different things with this dog to really figure out, like, this dog is like nothing like my other. I could look up and figure out like something to, like, some guidelines to be able to go by to figure out how to be able to get this dog better. But I just had to experiment and never give up and keep going. That's the main theme that I'm going to just want everyone to understand about me and what I do, because this is what kind of got in me about, like, man, you talking about me like I'm an incredible man on this planet. I follow through. I do what I say. I get done when I get done, and I don't quit, and I keep working on it. And I'm like, I got to let that go, because I'm not no better than what anybody else is. Everybody is capable of doing what it is that I have and what it is that I'm doing. It's just a matter of if you want it or not. And the main thing is, I kept trying. I kept going. I kept saying, you know what, today isn't all that great, but I had to go another day. I had to go another try. I had to just keep moving forward. Like my Dalmatian, you think she's perfect going for walks? No, every day is, some days, like today, she actually, like, dog lunged right in her face, and she like matched that lunge. Not the first time, but the second time that she's like left and just said, I'm getting in that. And I'm like, dang girl, like, almost like I don't want to say a defensive way, because she's all about play, but I was like, dang, she just took off in reality. Like, if I didn't have her on leash, I couldn't call her back at that moment. I had to, like, bring her back. She snapped out of it instantly, but I'm working on this, and I'm working on this, and I'm working on this. Could I slap a prong collar, slap a knee collar, just say, hey, I want you to get to here, stop right now because I said so? That's where I'm going to say, that's the ego that I'm doing my best to let go of realizing it's the consistent of doing it over and over again. And that's what gives me something really nice in the end. I mean, just extremely nice. Keep going. And what I'm going to show here now, I've been talking for a minute, but the concept of what's about to be said next in this message, because that goes from like all positive, and then now we want to switch to the negative. And this is the part of the language that we as humans use with each other, and this is why it's hard for us to communicate with each other. And this is the part right here, I'm going to say, I'm going to get in a lot of people's feelings. And if I get in your feelings right now, just don't take it. Just understand you're where you are, and you have what you have. And in my opinion, you got what you got so that you can learn something. It's a learning process here. We keep working on it, but it's only for us that continue to keep working to just find what it is that we are actually needing from what we were doing. Because here it says, point is, try not letting your border collie do what he's doing for a month, and just take him out for walks, and then give the same suggestion that you're giving in your videos. Not using control and management, treats, tools, etc., and show us a border collie without all that, still listen to you and abide by you, as with no animals to move, just going on walks, and something that satisfies his needs other than moving animals. And that's the concept right there that I want to talk about, because I've realized and found out something about this dog that is, I'm going to say, absolutely incredible. The specific border collie here, as he's ready. He know what we're about to do. He's ready. He's only worked animals. He's only worked animals. He's only had animals to be able to take care of. He never played with toys. He's never done the fetch. He's never done anything. He's never played tug. He's just disinterested in all of that. And I tried it all, not just to go run animals, because I know the value of the dogs like working with us and doing stuff with us, not just the animal go off and doing what it's doing. Because that's what I love about these border collies, because they are capable of doing the work on their own. He doesn't need me, because that's why the cows are right here right now, because they know when we're out, especially just me and him, because that's all we got. If Johnny's out, the cows move around. But the cows know he's out. I want you to go somewhere, and he's going to put him in that gate right there, because that's what we do. We put him in that gate, and then after that gate, we go to that next gate, and that gate, and then we put him in the corral. They know when this dog is out, what's about to happen, what's going on, and I don't need to even say anything. All I have to do is say, hey, Oreo, go put him up. And this dude does it all. I'm not, hey, left, hey, flank, hey, down, hey, this. No, he just handles it, and that's incredible. And that's the thing that I want to really just show something today that I found that works with this dog. That I don't want to say I guarantee, but I'm going to guarantee that if you have one, you've got an Australian Shepherd, you've got a cattle dog, this is going to work. And this is something simple that I showed months and months ago. But now that a few more people are watching what it is that I'm doing, and a few more people I notice are having lots and lots of issues with their dogs, I want to show again. And I want to show something that if I didn't have animals, I'm going to guarantee you my dog would still look good. If I didn't have this farm, I'm going to guarantee you that my dogs will still be good, because it's not about what is around. It's about doing something and finding that thing to fulfill them and not quitting, not giving up, and continue to keep on working at it and working at it and work at it and work at it and work at it. And you're just going to work and work and work and find that thing that finally just sticks. Find that thing that's going to make something happen. And what I found to make something happen is I found my whip. And we call it a flirt plow, but it's a whip. I like these whips. I don't know what it is, because they springy. They got them at the Tractor Supply. If you live here in the United States of America, you may not have one near you, depending on where you live, because I know where I grew up, the nearest one is probably at least an hour away. But you can get this on the Amazon. You can get this anywhere. I use these horse whips, a 6-foot one with a 6-foot lead at the end. And the main thing that I like using for the end is I used to use these little toys and stuff. But I found out that a grocery bag is your go-to. I don't know what it is, but I was just testing. This is, again, where if your dog isn't engaging with what you're doing, maybe you got the wrong toy, maybe you got the wrong setup, maybe you got to learn a better technique your own self. But keep going, because there's stuff that we can do that is artificial that I'm finding out and realizing that works with these dogs. It doesn't need to be the real animal. And at the end of the day, I do this way more with this dog because it builds the engagement between me and him. We are doing this. We're making this happen together. And he's looking at me like he knows that I'm doing this. I'm not moving those animals. I'm not moving the cow. I'm not moving the dog. I'm not moving the chickens. They're all free thinking, doing what they're doing. But I'm the one that's engaging this dog in this. And this here that I've been doing a lot more often lately, because the first day that I brought it out months and months ago, I was like, man, this dog, look, and it's fun. It's so fun. And for me, I dig deep sometimes with it, where we gonna move. We gonna move. Because I see the excitement that he gets, and it fulfills what he's looking for. It gets him exhausted. It gets him everything he needs. It doesn't need to be the actual animals. There's other things that we can do to get these dogs to respond and get them to react. And it's something that you just keep trying. You keep getting, you keep doing, you keep finding, and you figure out what it is that's going to be able to get that dog to be able to make stuff happen. You don't just, oh, I wish this and I saw that. That's that woe is me and that envy and that jealousy that we start to get as humans. We start to run into a bad situation when we're just seeing what someone else has and wishing that we could have that, as opposed to just doing what you got to do and getting what you need. And stop worrying about what someone else has and what someone else is doing. Because I will live in an apartment with this border collie, and this dog will be a premium dog, because pretty much every single apartment complex has enough area for me like this to be able to do. And apartment complexes today, at least around here, are super fancy. They are They all got dog parks in them now. And every single dog park is going to have something big enough for me to do what I'm doing right here. And for me here, you got more space. This is where we can really get it going. We can do a whole lot more. We can really get things starting to get animated. We can just really get it moving. And this is just, this right here is more than enough to get this dog what it is that he's looking for. Way more than enough. He's doing the stalking, he's circling it, he's figuring out where it's at, and I'm pushing him hard now, making him run. And then I get it to a point to get him to just hang out and stare at it. And this is the part that's gonna really drive him crazy, because this is when he's putting that, I'm gonna get it to me. He's trying to get to move. I'm moving it, but he's trying to get it to move. And I'm bouncing off of him, seeing what he's doing, seeing when he's really focused, his dude is drooling. He's focused in, he's real just dialed in. That's the huge part of the mental game that these dogs absolutely need. It's not so much as that chase, it's that stalk, it's that stare, it's that pressure that they're putting on it to basically like move. And this is what's neat about the toys in all this with these dogs. because I'm in control of when it's going to move. So I can make him stay there longer, make him really engage it longer. Where if it's the chicken would already be nervous because when you see him doing that jump, he's like flinching at it. He's like trying to make it move. But I can make it stay. And this right here, 2-3 minutes of him just doing this stare right here is just mind just tiring as all can be. And then we just get it going again. Get it going again. That is just tiring. But since it's me that's moving it, he's able to just really focus in on it. The chicks, they would run. It's that concentration that he's just dialed in on it. This is what gets these dogs extremely, extremely tired. He's just extreme. Look at him. He's dialed in on it. He's focused in on it. He's like, what am I going to do here? What am I going to do? He's getting closer to it. He's trying, I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it. You see him doing all this. This is right here, all that these dogs need. And I do not need chickens. I do not need cows. I do not need anything. I do not need land. I need the willingness to just get up and just want to do something and do anything. And if my dog is extreme, like this dog is extreme, I would be doing this 4 or 5 times a day to give him what he needs. This is what I do with my dogs. Today, I was just on a 6-hour walk with my Shepherd and my Dalmatian to give him that extra oomph on the weekend when I got more time and more availability to be able to do, to make sure that for the rest of the week, basically, we set up. And I'm going to do everything. I'm going to cancel all the plans. I'm not going out. I'm not partying. I'm not drinking. I'm not going to the movies. I'm not going shopping. I'm not doing none of it. I'm doing stuff to be able to have what I personally feel like is the most fulfillment on this planet, is being able to work these dogs. And this is why, for me, it's fascinating that we all get the dog that we get, but some of y'all got the wrong dog. You got the wrong dog for what it is that what your expectations were from that dog. You probably saw a Border Collie, you saw Australian Shepherd, you saw a Cattle Dog, and you were like, oh my goodness, it's so pretty, it's so cool, and they seem to be so fun. They are fun. But when they're not getting what they need, they are nightmares. They are absolutely, I've been around nightmare Border Collies before. I mean, Border Collies that are just, they are tough, man. They are amazing dogs. But me being able to see that, like, all I can say is true aggression out of these dogs. It lets me know the capabilities of what they are. But that's what no one is ever going to see out of my Border Collie, because I'm working him. I'm doing stuff with him. I'm giving him what it is that he needs. I'm constantly playing with them. I'm constantly working with them. I'm constantly engaging with them. I'm doing stuff all the time. And it's not a matter of 24/7 I have to sit here and do this. This is just sometime a little bit during the day, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there. You got a day during the week, you got 2 days during the week, you got a little more time. You put way more into it. And then you're going to realize you don't have to put so much all the time every single day. But it's a matter of doing. It's a matter of trying new things. It's a matter of getting to the point that you're just not going to give up, and you're going to start to see an extreme amount of success. But the moment that you're just, oh, they this and they can have that, and why can't I have that? You're failing. You're failing life in reality. You're not getting anywhere. And the biggest thing is that I want more people to just understand, because that comment is something that is just amazing to me. It shows me what can happen when you just keep on trying, when you keep on working, when you keep on just testing new things out, when you just keep on just pursuing it no matter what. It shows me what is capable in the end, that you can get what you're looking for. I'm not some professional guru that I've been working dogs for 50 years. I didn't even have a dog growing up. I had a German Shepherd when I was maybe like 3-4 years old. He was in the house for like a couple of months from what I remember. I didn't have dogs. I'm not like dogs. I didn't have cows. I wasn't around sheep. I wasn't around goats. I wasn't around chicken. I wasn't around any of this stuff. I just started this stuff when I moved here on this property. And I had a dog before this property, a Staffordshire Terrier. But she was just a Staffordshire Terrier. I walk around the block, she was good to go. She didn't have any issues with me worrying about exercising her. And I got it from a specific breeder that breeds extremely submissive, calm Staffordshire Terriers. And so that dog was like just that easy dog. I didn't have to do nothing. That dog was off leash. I could take her anywhere. Everything was fine. She was a Staffy, man. She was an awesome dog. But then I started getting into these extremely high energy dogs when I got out here to this land doing what I'm doing, because I started to realize the need for them, because I needed this dog because I got goats. I already had everything planned out coming out here, getting goats. I need this dog to move these goats, because I was just doing all the research in the world of realizing this thing, this whip, this me yelling at him is not going to get him to move. But what is this dog? This dog is going to be able to be capable of doing that. So I had to get him. And this is the problem that a lot of people ran into. You picked up this dog and you have no need like that at all. You have no need. So pick up a Staffordshire Terrier, pick up any kind of dog that has no drive in it to actually have to do some sort of work like this. And this is the part where it's just, I would hope that everyone that has dogs that you basically got an inappropriate matchup with your dog, to give everyone advice on, don't tell them what not to do, but just say, hey, research that Australian Shepherd more before you think about getting it. Research that Border Collie more before you think of getting it, because you may get yourself into a sticky situation. And that's something that we all should be saying to everyone. With someone, I got a call the other day of thinking about picking up an Aussie. My recommendation is don't get it unless you have something like the land to be able to make your life easy. Because if you don't need it, you're having to do extra for no reason at all. Because if I lived in an apartment complex, I would not have this dog. I would have no desire for it. I wouldn't care about it. I would more likely get a German Shepherd. I would more likely get a Doberman. I'd more likely get a Rottweiler. I'd more likely get one of those dogs if I was staying in an apartment, because I know for a fact that I can give that dog what it needs. It just needs good long walks, which I already do. It just needs, that's it. That's all it needs. and that's what I'm capable of doing. But this here, this is the extra. This is the more, because these dogs are different. These dogs are man, they're different. They're just built differently. They're not this little sweet, cuddly agility dogs, man. You want to see this dog, I don't really want to show it on camera, but I might at some point, to see how serious he can get about his work. Because if the cows are way down there, I have to get it when they're already here. He don't really have to move them. It's soft and easy. But this dude can get serious. I've seen this dude grab the ear of my big tan bull down there, and he threw that bull on the ground. That guy weighs at least about 1,500 pounds. And this little 45-pound dog grabbed his ear and he knocked him on the ground. They are tough. They are extreme. They are serious about business. And a lot of y'all got this dog and you're living in an apartment. But the main thing is, can you give that dog what it needs? Heck yes. Heck yes. I could just do this with him and he is just totally beyond satisfied. He's going to be good to go. And today I'm just going to work him and work him. His tongue is already starting to really dangle down and he's going to really, really get into it. So for him, I train him a little differently than the show stuff, because he is, at the end of the day, for work. He's not just some play dog. So he does chew on it. He will bite. He does know how to like get a hold of it. He does know how to hang on to it. He does know how to grab it and just hold it down and hold it steady. He knows how to do all that. And that's for what you want to do with your dog. Because at the end of the day, I like that they chew on it, because it just brings it's just more of an exciting thing for the dog to be able to do. It's just way more exciting. This boy, he just still keep going. He'll keep going and keep going and keep going. We got cows back there for him to be able to chase. We got chickens right there for him to be able to chase. But yeah, what is he doing right now? He's playing and engaging with me. He's with me. He knows that we're doing this. I'm doing this. He knows for a fact that this is what's going on. And he's still in it. And this is a farm working dog that has never played with toys, because he just refuses all toys. I can bring a ball out to show you. He don't care about it. He don't care about no tug. He don't care about no bite stuff. He don't care about none of that. He care about this, what he's doing right here, right now, that I found out and realizing. And in reality, who gave me that recommendation of these flirt poles and doing stuff like this? Mr. Robert Hines said, hey, try that out. And I tried it out. Just like he suggested for me to get an RC car. And I still got to get one. I was supposed to buy that last week, but I've been behind schedule on some things just to see, will this dog engage with that? And I'm almost going to guarantee that, yes, he will engage with that. It's the motions of what's going on. When the dogs have that desire to chase, the desire to stalk, that's what really just gets the dogs really, really, she caught that. That's what really gets the dogs really, really nice. And this, how easy is it for me to just get a new plastic bag at the end of it? That was a serious jump, homie. How easy is it? I'm not buying no fancy toys, no nothing. It's something about I don't know what it is, but I tested all kinds of different toys out with this thing. I tested the rabbits, the little squirrels, I tested tug toys, I tested all kinds of stuff. But this plastic bag, I don't know what it is, because I got the idea from, that's what they mainly use on lure coursing. They use that for the lure courses. And they put 3 little bags on it, and they just get it chasing, they get it going. So something about the sound, something about what it's doing, it just gets the dog super engaged. But you see, he's chilling out now. He's not nowhere near as engaged anymore. That's because one thing I really like doing is to get him to do jumping as well. Jumping while they're doing. He's about to be finished here. And then for this, I just push him a little bit further, a little bit more. I'll push him a little more. Oh, dang, dude, that was a dang good jump. This dude is impressive. I don't know what it is. This dog is just, he is impressive what he's capable of doing. But he's slowing down. He's slowing down. He's slowing way down. Right now is a good time for a good water break. but I'm gonna push him a little bit more. It's not so hot out right now. We just chilling. You see, he's starting to just mellow out, mellow out, mellow out, mellow out. He's no more, it just isn't tense. This is me. I'm not even tired. I'm hanging out right now. And some days I get a little tired because I'm just crazy active. I don't know what it is. I'm kind of weird. I'm that kid in class that just like can't sit still, and they trying to tell you to sit still, and I'm like, I don't sit still. I got to get stuff done. I got to do things. And so I get running with him. I'll get running around. I'll get moving. I'll get dragging it. He's chasing it. We're just doing. We're having an absolute blast. And when he sees that I'm having fun, he's having fun. We're doing this. This is just the most incredible thing to be able to give to these dogs if you do not have animals. Because this is something for me that I've just been testing and finding it and not giving up, not just saying I don't know and I'm unsure, but this is something that you just keep going. You keep trying new things and you will find that thing that's going to be able to work out for you. If what you're doing right now, it just isn't working, there's something more. I'm telling you, there's that next thing that's going to work. But that's the biggest thing. That's just something about me with what I do is I just keep going. And I know that there's some people that you quit in 15 minutes, not even. In 15 seconds, if you came out here with this and you moved it and the dog doesn't respond, in 15 seconds, this isn't working, I don't want to do this. As opposed to just realizing that sometimes you got to like build the dog up to be able to even want to do it. You got to get them out of their nervousness. Because a lot of dogs, it's an unfortunate thing, especially when it comes down to certain training methods, because we're walking the dogs and we're forcing a dog to walk with us on leash, and we're basically restricting a dog from being able to chase anymore. So when you're out with them, the dog's going to be hesitant about being able to chase because we've been like slamming them so hard to like tell them that you're not allowed to do that anymore. And then we're trying to tell them it's okay to do that. So we got to we got to work them into it. Like, it's okay to chase now. Now, in this scenario, we could do that. And then they'll just be able to understand it. But a lot of dogs at first don't chase because basically they've been punished to not do that anymore. And then it's like a mind game to the dog. It's like manipulation. The dog is feeling like, well, you're just going to punish me if I go take off at that, aren't you? And you got to let them know, like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You could do this. And then once that dog, because he knows, he's never, ever in his life been punished for a chasing. He could chase, man. I got to let him do it. So that's why he's going to go 100 on this bag right now. And some of you got to work them up to it. It's not just overnight just doesn't get there, but sometimes it is. And other times, just keep working and keep working and keep working. And I'm telling you, it just does not take a lot. My effort level of doing this to get this dog exhausted as if he's just been running like 3 or 4 miles at this moment, I am not tired at all. I am not like, my fingers don't hurt, my arms don't hurt. I just went on a serious long walk and I still have energy to come back to do this because this is so easy. This is easy, like simple. But you know what the main thing is? I recommend stuff like this for people to do with their dogs. And they always have this, I don't have times excuses. They always have these, I didn't get a chance to get to it excuses. And it's just, that's why the dog isn't getting better. Because you're just not putting the effort in. That's all that it really takes. It takes the effort. It takes the effort to just get up and just get it done and make it happen. That's all that you got to do. You get up and you put that effort in, you're going to see things just get much, much better. You see, he's getting that point. He's tired. He's tired. That tongue is dragging out of that mouth. It's almost dragging on the ground at this moment. He's doing way more stopping. He's doing way more just hanging out. And the 20 minutes. And if I do this for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, this dog, I already know, he about to go back, get a drink, and take a nap. He's about to sleep. And then this dog specific, he is an extreme athlete because I work him a lot all day, every day. So I could do this with him probably 3 or 4 times a day, and he'll be like ready to go. And that's basically why I like doing this, because now I'm really trying to upgrade him. I'm really trying to get him like real good to be able to work more, because right now he can't work that long. He could go for, it's in the dead of the summer, but the dead of the summer is when most of the problems and the chaos starts to happen out here. It's not so much the winter time, it's the summertime. So in the summertime, he can only go for like 15, 20 minutes max. So I'm trying to be able to get him, condition him to be able to do more. And so this is why I do this more with him now, to condition him like we could run more, man. We could do more. So I'm going to keep pushing him and pushing him and pushing him to the point that He tired. Then he's tired. Then we go through a massage. We go through a little chill. We have a little cool down, and then we get back at it again. And we do that multiple times, multiple times. And that's what's going to get the dogs. But most dogs, you're not trying to condition them like that. Work them until they're tired, and then just hang out and just appreciate your dog. Don't think that I gotta keep going, keep going, keep going. If you want to train an athlete, I mean, it's fun. I'm not gonna lie, but that's just me. You know, I'm on the go. I like to train dogs to be like I like to get dogs in their maximum level of performance. And that's the thing that I'm going to say is why I know that dogs have extreme limitations, because when I push them to their maximum, it's very short-lived for what they're actually capable of fully doing. They're just not that capable all that much. They can only do so much. And I figured that out based on what my needs were. My needs have been, how do I get my dogs to be able to be satisfied and enjoy me and enjoy life? And that's giving them exercise. That's giving them the chance to be able to do it. That's giving them the opportunity of knowing that they are going to, for sure, be able to have that chance. And that's why my dogs will hang out, relax, and chill with me, because they know I'm going to be able to do that. And if I don't even do it one day, the dog's not going to be like, oh, my feelings, my butt hurter, I'm going to go wild to go crazy. No, they know it's going to happen. They know it's going to happen. This is you made it this far, you have potty training issues, get your dog outside. That's all that matters. Because once you get the dog outside and keep the dog outside, the dog's going to know that you are going to do that, and it's going to hold it knowing that that chance is going to happen. But when the dog doesn't know if it's going to get any playtime, if the dog doesn't know it's going to be able to get out to go potty, it's going to go potty in the house, it's going to go crazy in the house, because it's that consistent exercise loop isn't being met. But if it knows, I'm going to get this every day, the dog's going to start to chill, because it's going to know I'm going to get this tomorrow. But if you don't give it to them for 8 days because you're just, oh, you're busy, or you're busy, or you're busy, or you're busy, or you're busy, then the dog is going to go wild, and it's going to seem like nothing is working. But the main thing, you got to keep doing it. I'm not telling you to do anything at the end of the day that is damaging the dog, that is slowing the dog down, that is getting the dog to not like you. I'm telling, because that's where the obedience part of dog training starts to kick in. Sit down and place and crate and all these things. You're trying to teach them all these things. That's hard work, man. I'm not nowhere near. I could literally do this for like 4 hours right now. I could throw some cool tunes on. Shoot, you can even, I know a lot of y'all got these elaborate backyard patio things you could have. Well, you could be watching a movie right now while you're doing this. I don't even really need to look at it. I could just move the dang thing around, because he's going to give me the feedback of what's going on in reality. I know when he's got a hold of it. It's like, it feels like you just caught you a fish out the water. That's what it feels like when he gets a hold of it. But you don't really need to put like even 100% concentration in it. The dog is going to do what a dog are going to do. And that's the weird thing about how excessively wild and crazy and like turned on these border collies are, because they ready, man. They ready, but you got to do stuff with them. And again, the main thing I want to say is, I don't need to have this dog chase animals every single day, because there's some times that, I mean, chasing the cows, we move them a few times a year. I don't do that every day. And I used to move the goats every day, because they were always breaking out. It was just unfortunate. But we move the cows maybe like once every 3 months. And then on that once 3 months, we do it like for a week straight. So it's not like I do that all the time. So he's not getting that fulfillment every day that someone would think like, oh, I'm working my dog a lot. I don't work this dog a lot, because sometimes I feel a little guilty, like I'm not really doing enough with him. But he's still a nice dog. He's still chill. He still looks at me like, listens to everything that I tell him to do. Well, not everything, but when we're engaged, he listens to me. If I'm doing something else, this dude he does eat the dang food. But just put food on the floor in your house and get your dog not to eat that. They don't eat on the countertop. Like, he won't eat off my grill. He won't eat what I'm doing and all that, but leave food hidden somewhere in the back corner. That food gonna be gone. Your dog gonna eat it. I don't care how much you try to convince that dog not to eat that food. He gonna eat it. That's just what it is. When it's put up, it's different. And that's the only thing that I have an issue with this dog. That's it. And when I say, hey, done, we're all done, we're done. When he's barking, and if he's barking at someone coming down the driveway, hey, are you all done? He's done. Every little thing that I speak and I communicate to this dog, he just listens to everything that I say. This dude has never, ever had a prong collar on. He had an e-collar on at one moment when he was really, really young, because I was just inexperienced and didn't know what I was doing. This is way before dog training stuff that I started doing. And I put it on him one day. I saw the response that he gave, and I was like, nope, that's done. I don't need that, because he's so neck sensitive. A lot of collies, a lot of shepherds they're collar sensitive. They're so soft on their necks. All the tiniest little touch to them really gets in them. My Great Pyrenees is extremely like that. These dogs are so sensitive to their necks. So I knew real quick this stuff is not going to work for him. And I saw how it was a huge disconnect. But I don't I've never had a leash. I never trained this dog to sit down, do anything, walk politely on a leash. I put a leash on this dog and he just walks with me. I never trained that. We just do it. He just feels the leash. He's like, okay, I'll just stay with you. That's it. There's nothing more to it than that. I don't train anything, but just give him exercise. That's it. And all I got to do is play with him like this. This is it. I can play with this dog like this, and he's going to be well and good. My donkey on a mission back there right now. He well and good enough to be able to do what it is that I'm going to ask from him. And he's going to listen to pretty much absolutely everything that I ask him for. He's jumping. I say, Oreo, get down. He's doing, you good. Okay. Okay. Sound like saying down too much because this dude be listening to me too much. Wow, that's a big dog over there. My donkey's chasing my neighbor's dog. There's a dog. I guess my neighbor's dog. My donkey ain't no joke. He'll. That's why I don't like my dogs around him because he'll kill them. I mean, that's what he's supposed to do. But he's running around making a big scene right now. Like, come over here, it's buddy. Let's see what's about to happen. And that's even that. All my animals are not just like my dogs that I got my dogs for a need. I got everything. I got a pig to eat my scraps. I got cows to eat the grass to also give me food. I got chickens to fertilize and clean the land and to be able to give me food. Everything out here that I do is to make sure that I'm in use with it and I need it. And it's there for a purpose. It's there for a reason. And that's the beauty. When you're living in a lifestyle like that, which is, I'm going to say, a very, very responsible lifestyle, you're going to have an amazing time on this planet because everything is used in unison to work for a reason. You don't just like have weird stuff around going on that's like inconvenience. And that's what unfortunate thing is. If you've got a border collie like this and you don't have animals to be able to move all the time, you're living in an inconvenient life. And that's, you just gotta just step up and get it done and just deal with it is all that I can say. Because I'm gonna tell you this, if you just really start getting the dogs to be able to just get engaged, you're gonna see that, I don't even know whose dog that is, that's a new random dog. You're gonna see that everything is just gonna start to get better and better. Because it's the process of like any new habits that we get. It's hard at first, but after a while you start doing it, it starts to become a very, very enjoyable thing. And you're just able to just really just have fun with it. And it's no longer like just some work that you just gotta force yourself to do. That's what I want everyone to understand about these dogs. Thank you.